Okay, stretches out. So we have this crazy stuff. Yes. Okay. I think I'm in. Okay. I'm unusually close and almost highly inappropriate in touch with Eric, but we have to let you guys know about the 203K renovation loan and the multifamily. The first part of our live, there was an echo, so I wanted to make sure you guys got the information. So introduce yourself again, Eric.
Okay, I'm Eric Pepper. I'm the Southeastern Renovation Loan Manager for Academy Mortgage.
Okay, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It is. So Eric is the home renovation loan specialist, and he doesn't just do loans in Atlanta, he can do them all over the country, and he has some great information to share. I've shared some in the beginning, and he, on the other part of the live, he told me some things that I had been misinformed about the 203K, and so tell them about the structural piece.
Well, one of my favorite parts. A lot of folks think that you can't do anything structural with a 203K or Fannie Mae loan.
Right.
You can. You can remove a load-bearing wall and open up a floor plan.
Mm-hmm.
You can add an addition to your house. If you found a beautiful house but it's only 2 bedrooms, you need 3. Add a bedroom.
Three bedrooms, maybe 4. You can go up.
Go up,
You
go
can-
sideways. The only limiting factor is our loan limits, the borrower's limits,
Okay.
and any county permit issue.
Okay, so tell them about the Duluth property we spoke about earlier. So if you know Atlanta, you know the Duluth area is a very high-end area, and he had a client give him this scenario.
They bought a house in Duluth for about $48,000.
Oh my.
It was an unfinanceable house, at
Mm-hmm.
least that's what the seller thought. My buyer did a 203K. The loan amount was $323,000.
Mm-hmm.
This essentially, they bulldozed the house and built on the existing foundation. It was a brand new house when it was all said and done.
So they only had to leave the foundation in order to get this loan done. So this is great for buyers who are looking for a particular zip code. You know, there's certain parts of Alpharetta that there's just older homes on that no one has torn down, and the lot size might be small, too small for a McMansion. But for someone who's wanting a 2,500 to 3,000 square foot home, that would be ideal. So they can't really sell that to a developer because he can't do much with it. So a 203K loan will be great for you in that market. A home that's 50, 60, 70 years old. The family is typically a family that lives out of state. They're not trying to do a lot of money in renovation. So this is an opportunity for you to swoop down, get the home you want at the price you want and the school system you want. But what I'm super excited about, and Eric told me about today, is the 203K multifamily. And I'm going to let him, I don't want to screw it up, I'm going to let him tell you all about it.
The 203K will allow you to buy up to a 4-unit property. And as the number of units goes up, the limits go up as well. I want to say 700 and
Did you put in notes? I think it's 790,000, 92,000, something like that.
right at
Give or
in the
take.
$780,000. And one of the neat things that FHA allows, you can buy a property that's 4 units. You can decide you want to live in one of the units. You could say, hey, I need a bigger place for me and my family. You can take 2 of those units, knock a wall out and make it one large unit, rent the other 2. But the neat thing about what they allow is you can pay a little extra to have the appraiser assign a rent value to the 2 units or 3 units that you're not going to be in. And we can use that income for determining eligibility for your underwriting.
I love it. So, layman's term, guys, you find a unit in Pittsburgh. It's a 4-unit. You don't necessarily want to be in a 700 square foot home, but 1,400 square feet you would love and adore, and you'd like 2 other people to rent those other 2 spaces. The appraiser will give you the rent value for those other 2 units, even though they haven't been occupied yet. They're going to go based on market rate. That value added to your income, you now qualify for the entire loan before you have it finished. And I can tell you right now, rent prices in Atlanta, if you found a 2-bedroom under $1,000 inside the city, and I don't care if it is a really crappy neighborhood, $1,000 is cheap right now.
We've got folks who have done this, and not only are they not paying their mortgage, their tenants are paying it for them.
Tenants are paying the mortgage. Let's be clear. They are paying their mortgage with the tenants'
money.
So now you have become not only a homeowner, but an investor, and that's how you build wealth. So being able to build wealth on a 203K program. And can they do that with the Fannie Mae as well?
Fannie Mae has some limits on it with
Okay.
regarding how much you have to put down when you start buying multiple units.
Okay.
You can, but generally speaking, I found the FHA version works better with this scenario.
Okay, so better scenario with FHA, less money down and still one closing. So to recap, 203K, refinance or purchase, the loan limits are going to be your FHA loan limits. That FHA loan limit, it's going to be different in different cities, but in Atlanta we are at
374 and change.
374.5. So you can do a complete renovation up to 374, and that's something that you can finance everything in one mortgage, and you don't have to go to a second closing. The contractor and the FHA consultant, the advisor, they will take care of all of that. That's not your responsibility, and we can get you in the neighborhood that you want. But the multifamily, this is going to be something that I think a lot of my followers would love to take advantage of, and especially in that California market and that Chicago market where they have duplexes, and even in like areas like St. Louis, any area that you have multifamily. We don't have a lot of multifamily in Atlanta. You have to be in certain parts of Atlanta, but if you can find one and it's a zip code that you can live with, I'm telling you to jump all over it, because to do commercial financing, you're going to be at a 20% down, plus you have to pay for the renovations yourself. With this, you're at 3.5% down, and you can finance all the renovations, and you can get the home exactly like you want it. So thanks, Eric. Tell them where they can find you.
You can go to my website, www.ericpepper.com. That's Eric, ERIC.
And pepper like salt and pepper.
Yep.
He said that yesterday. I just loved it. I said, I like that.
And my email is eric.pepper@academymortgage.com.
Perfect. So you guys DM me if you need any information, you want to get some information, more details. I can send you a link about 203K, but it's not scary. It's not something that you need to shy away from. It's something you need to run and do right now.
Embrace it.
You need to embrace it. It's like technology. You got to embrace change. We cannot make a perfect house appear, but we can create a perfect house for us. So let's do it with some 203K and rock and roll. Especially you got the summer. You can close at the beginning of July, and you won't have your first payment due until...
We can actually finance up to 6 months of payment,
Oh my.
so that they are not having to make a mortgage payment during the construction phase when the house is probably not occupiable.
Love it. Love it. So what that means is they can finance all of your interest payments, so you don't have to pay rent in two places, and a mortgage and rent. You can do this all at one time, and he can take care of it for you. I love that. You didn't tell me that piece. I didn't know it was
I like
6
to keep a little surprise on the back
See,
end.
he's keeping secrets from me. I don't like it. So you know, I like to know everything. So now I'm going to really dig into it. So up to 6 months, you guys. So you can buy something at the beginning of summer, and by Labor Day we can be having a cookout, and I hope I'm invited. Drinks on me. Just one though. Thanks, you guys. Love you. Mean it. You guys follow Eric on Instagram. Eric probably has not been engaged, but he's going to be engaged now. I'm going to tell him my followers are going to light his line up. What's your Instagram, Eric?
Oh gosh, now you're really challenging me.
I'm reaching. I will
I've
tag
got the
Eric.
Facebook, I've got the Twitter.
The Facebook.
I do
Don't
have
you love it?
Instagram. It's under Eric Pepper, but I'll have to
I'll
get back to you on that.
tag Eric in this video. Thanks, you guys. Love you. Mean it. Do something today to make yourself proud, and we look forward to working with you. We've got some great programs, some great things coming on board for the summer. So this is buying season. I'm telling you, these houses are not sitting on the market at all, and we want to make sure that you get a great deal. Don't let these investors make all the money. You can embrace this market as a homeowner and just go through a little bit. You don't have to deal with a lot, but if you want to make some money out here and you really want to get some equity, you're not going in with equity without putting some sweat in there. So we need a little sweat from you. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Meet. Have a great day. Bye. So bye, Eric. Eric's going to join me
folks.
again. It's over there. And got it. Thanks.
Beautiful.
Good deal. Thanks. Okay.
That was perfect.
Enjoyed it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All the lights. I got Eric under all the lights, all the
Yes.
pressure.
Yeah, I almost could put my head there and give me a halo.
I know, right?
That'd be
Love
a-
it.
That'd be a first.
Is it letting you